Hey guys, welcome back. So, as you can probably tell, today's video is going to be a chill one. I'm recording this on my webcam. I'm at my desk. I want to do a bit of a series where I talk about anime figures that have gone up for pre-order, and I want to cover the ones that I've ordered and the ones that I have something to say about. Maybe a good thing to say, and more interestingly, probably like a bad thing to say. So I've just kind of collected over the last few months figures that I want to talk about. So we're gonna go over some of those, but also very excitingly, wonfes just happened. And this is a big event where a ton of anime figure manufacturers get together and they show off their figure prototypes, they announce new figures, and it is just so exciting. So get yourself a beverage. If you're like a beverage goblin like me, get yourself at least 2 beverages, and we can, go through and talk about all the stuff. What a shit intro. So instead of going over every single thing that came out in wonfes, because there are so many, I'm instead gonna show you just the things that I particularly care about. So like my top 15. I think I have 15 things. But if you did want to check out the rest of the wonfes announcements, I highly recommend ruruberries.com. You can find Ruruberries on Instagram as well, and she just does a fantastic job of covering every new thing that comes out, and there's like it's split by different manufacturers, some are not safe for work, and you can just have a great old time going through like every single thing that came out. So if you like click one of these, you can see what Good Smile's up to, and it's a fun hour to scroll through. There is so many things. But for now, let's jump into my personal wonfes shoutouts. Starting with the Good Smile Company Hatsune Miku Sakura Hanami outfit version. We saw a prototype, and I think she looks so cute. I think the hair sculpt is very interesting. But I think what's gonna do or die on this figure is the color, because look at the source art that it's based off of, which is beautiful, but there's definitely like such dynamic lighting in this art, and I'm so intrigued about how they're gonna capture it. But if they deliver, this could be the first Sakura Miku I pick up, because I do not have a Sakura Miku scale, and I really like pink, so that's pretty surprising. Next up, we have the Good Smile Racing Miku 2023 15th anniversary version of the Racing Miku, and she looks so cute. I don't know how this cake is load bearing, but she's sitting on a cake, and this is such a cute Racing Miku design. I especially love the 2 birds. And I like this one a lot more than the Racing Miku scale because there's no ugly support poles, and she's just really cute. Thighs thick as always when it comes to this artist. But yeah, this is really cute. I bet this will look adorable colored. I'm also wondering if canonically, like, I'm assuming Good Smile Racing is like probably never won. I don't actually know, but I wonder if she ever actually gets a trophy. Not to shade the Good Smile Racing team. And next up, we have a OC character of Kirin Yu 1/7 by Magi Arts. Couldn't tell you any figure that Magi Arts has ever made. I've never bought anything from them, but this is a design from Neko, one of my favorite artists. I think there are 2 other Neko figures on this list. But she's so cute. This is the original artwork. She's like a little deer girl with the little antlers. And I love how confused this is, how she's in a China dress, but she's also like a maid. But she's also like got streetwear. And she's also a deer girl. And it's just like everything in one, but to me it works. So I think she looks really cute in this prototype, and I would be very tempted to pick this up, but a little sus on the manufacturer, but photos look pretty good so far. All right, next up, speaking of Neko, this is also another Neko illustration. This is Asa from the False Lander line, manufactured by Wing. They've already made a few of these. I've actually yet to personally receive one. I think there are a lot on the way. They're on a boat. But this new one, Asa, is probably my favorite in terms of the design. I love the long katanas and the silhouette that it makes. This is the original character, so she's gonna be mainly black, but I think it's gonna have some really nice details. Yeah, I really like this one as well. Next up, from Needy Girl Overdose, Apex are making an Unmade-chan figure, so they already have a K-Angel one, but if they do like this pose, oh my god, this figure's gonna be so good. We need more, are these called like Demonia boots? We need more figures that have this. Like, this is such a cute outfit. Cannot wait for a scale. It's so early days. All we get is a little picture, but I'm very excited. Next up, we have a couple of silly Nendoroids I wanted to shout out. First two is the Kirby and the Waddle Dee from the Kirby Cafe Nendoroids. I really like my Kirby Nendoroid that I unboxed in like one of my last videos, and I don't know, it's just so cute. It's so silly. When I went to Tokyo, I did not go to the Kirby Cafe, and that's one of my lifelong regrets, so I'm gonna have to correct that soon. Or maybe I'll just pick up the Nendoroids. Next up, I have a Wadadon Nendoroid. Oh my god, this is the perfect Nendoroid. I do not know why we don't have this yet. I love that they made the base a drum. It's perfect. I do have a question though, which is, he's got a friend. I forgot his friend, like Katsudon or something like that. Wait, that's a bowl of chicken. Whatever his friend's called, where is it? They should be like a twofer, but it's so cute. I love it. I'm definitely gonna pick this up. Next up, I wanted to show off the Good Smile Company Faerun figure. I think it's really nice, and I think I like this Faerun more than the Kotobukiya one that's up for pre-order. I think I'll talk about it later. But I got a big question, which is this space here on the right. There's a fern to go with it, right? Surely. Like, does anyone know? I couldn't find anything, but I feel like there's got to be something that goes here. Otherwise, there's too much base for not enough figure. But I think they nailed Faerun herself. And next up, I know I already talked about Needy Girl Overdose, but I love this Pop-Up Parade L of K-Angel. Now, if this is anywhere near as good as the Vampire Miku Pop-Up Parade L, then we are being blessed by the figure gods. This sculpt is so cute. I love the hoodie. I love all the details on it. I love this bag and this plushie that's in the bag. She's perfect. She's perfect. This is what I want to be in life. Next up, I'm not a huge Arknights player, but I really like the design of W, and I love this Wanted version where this feels like a Persona 5 reference. Like, it feels so Phantom Thieves coded. Like, she's bursting out of a hat, she's got a little mask, she's got a little calling card. It's so cute. I really like this figure. I could see myself picking it up. It's adorable. And you thought I was done with my Neko shit. This is Flower Imitation Doctor. Oh, the character's called Doctor. She's from Flower Imitation. Basically a Neko OC. She looks so cool. This is the original art. So she's a doctor. She's kind of in this tech-weary transparent suit. I think she looks adorable. Most of Neko figures have like black outfits. So for this one to be mainly white and glossy, I'm really excited to see how this looks. Sculpt looks great. I'm very interested in this one. Next up, this is just a figure announcement, but Ribos announced Hatsune Miku Fantasia Witch version. I just love this. I love witches, I love Miku, and this is the potential to be like maybe my personal figure of the year if they nail it. It looks so cool. It looks so good, cool, I don't know what I was gonna say. yeah, it looks really nice. We're nearing the end. Next up, this is one I think was on a lot of people's wonfes like tops. This is Scarlet from Nikki. This is a beautiful figure. I think this hits like some golden ratio with the eyes where when you look at it, you just go, oh my god, that is so cool. Like your eyes just eat it up, all the draping, the vertical, the horizontal. I love it. I don't play Nikki, but I would buy this figure. Yeah, very keen to see how she looks painted. Next up, I was really excited about this Neon Max Noir-chan 1/6. I'm not as into the risque, not safe for work figures as I used to be, but every now and then I see a design that I'm like, oh my god, I love it. And it's this one. I think she's so cute. Something about the like nun hair thing and the horns and obviously like the body yaddy yaddy, but this is the original art, so she's phenomenal, right? So I hope they do the art justice. They paint her the right skin tone and shades. It could look amazing. So I'm excited for this one as well. All right, those were all of my Wonder Festival picks to show you guys. So before I run into like all the other figures that I wanted to shout out, I actually do have an unboxing, a surprise unboxing. So I'd like to thank Kika Goods for sending me this adorable box of the Lonely Moon Space Ghost Bunny blind box series. Kika Goods specializes in selling toys and cute collectibles, especially blind boxes, and I had such a hard time choosing which blind box I wanted to open from their website. I am not kidding. There are so many cute things to choose from. I did decide on the Space Ghost Bunny collection because I love little ghosts and I also love bunnies, and I couldn't resist how deliciously colorful these are. So there are 12 different designs. I didn't get any of the like ultra rare secret ones, but these collectibles are so cute, so colorful, and they feel so high quality. I'm not kidding, these are now some of my favorite things I own in my room to display. They just look so delicious, like I want to eat them. Thank you again to Kika Goods for sending that. I'll put a link to their website in the description below. Little shout out, if you hit $30 US, you get free shipping, which is kind of nice. And I definitely recommend checking out the Ghost Bunnies. Like, I love them, and I think they're up to their like 7th or 8th series of blind boxes. All right, with that, let's get into figures I have something to say about. God, that makes me sound like a boomer with like a newspaper. Get off my lawn. All right, boom. You can tell potentially how long I've been putting off making this video, but the first thing I want to talk about is just freeing. I love ratting on freeing. It's like my favorite side hobby, but oh my gosh, look, they're re-releasing the 02 bunny with tights, and they're actually doing this for not just 02, a bunch of other bunnies as well, which I think is an important turning point for freeing and bunny collectors, because they've built such a reputation that, oh, like, you didn't get the tights? Well, sorry, you're gonna have to get the bare legs. But no one's buying the bare legs, and they tank in the aftermarket. And I kind of think the market isn't as interested in bunnies anymore, especially because they keep jacking up the prices. But I think this is really interesting. I'm really happy for everyone that wanted this and waited and were patient, because now, like, we're busting the game wide open. Like, your favorite bunny might get a re-release with tights. You don't have to fight in the $600 or $700 aftermarket anymore. This leads me nicely to talking about one of Freeing's newest bunnies, which is the Pecora bunny, and I actually love it. I think this is an ideal Freeing bunny. She's already a bunny girl, and it's so cute, but she's 43,000 yen. Oh, that's insane. Yeah, we can talk for hours about how bunnies are just getting more expensive. I personally haven't pre-ordered a bunny in the last year, My strategy now is to let them come out, and if I really, really want it, after I see how it looks, it's probably not gone up that much in price. So yeah, I don't know. Really keen to hear thoughts about it. It's just that Beastars have been such a like flagship figure collecting thing that it's so interesting to see like what's happening to it. Next up, Ulta put this Overlord figure up for pre-order. This is an amazing re-release because this is such an expensive figure in the aftermarket, and I don't think anyone saw this coming, that it was up for re-release, which is awesome. I love it. I've actually never watched Overlord, so I don't know who this is, but it doesn't come out till November 2024, which gives me a lot of time to catch up on the series, watch it, and then I will probably pre-order this one. I haven't yet, but I'm very tempted to. It's a very stunning figure. Then I wanted to just talk about how this figure is 65,000 yen by Good Smile Company. This is beautiful. Like, the figure itself is gorgeous. But I'm just curious who the target market is. Is this someone that's really passionate about like Christmas, angels, maybe like a hardcore Christian? But then why would they be buying anime figures? It's interesting. It's definitely gorgeous. I love the artistry, but personally I'm sick of seeing figures I can't afford. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's nice. So negative. On a positive note, we've got some Fairen Nendoroids. So we've got Fern. I think Fern looks pretty cute. I think looks like they did as much as they could. Her character design is on the bland side, but I'm very, very impressed with the Fairen Nendoroid. I think she looks so cute. Notice she's like 500 yen more expensive than Fern, but I love her faceplates. I think they nailed it. I'm trying not to buy Nendoroids, but I think this one's a pre-order. It's not pre-ordered yet, but I'm very close to it. Next up, this went up for pre-order a while ago. This is the Strawberry Shortcake Bustier Girl by Max Factory, original design. This is so cute. I think a lot of people are gonna pre-order this one. She is on the pricey side, but not eye-wateringly pricey. And she's just so cute. It's so sweet. It's so hard to say no to. I have pre-ordered this one and I'm very excited. Max Factory has never let me down, so I'm so keen, and then I'm as excited as everyone else. Next up, here's another figure I also pre-ordered. I love it when, especially Pop-Up Parade will do this, when they'll just make a really random figure that I didn't see coming. And it's this one. I love Perfect Blue. It is such a good movie. Highly recommend you watch it. It's great. It's a piece of art. And I think this is a really cool figure that represents the movie well. It's cool. I wouldn't spend more money than a Pop-Up Parade on it, but I'd love a Pop-Up Parade of this moment from the film. Next up is the Nendoroid of Nanome. I think that's how you say it. The EN Hololive character. So cute. So cute. I always thought that Nanome was one of the best, I think probably the best Hololive EN design from that first wave. And this Nendoroid kind of proves it. It's just so sweet, so adorable. I'm not an active, like I don't watch her much at all. I listen to some of her songs, but probably won't be picking this up, but I think it's really well done. So rejoice if you're a fan. Next up, I wanted to shout out this Dungeon Meshi figure of Marcel. It's so cute. I think they captured her perfectly, but it's really the base of this figure that's doing all the work. There's so many details, like this pumpkin's mewing over here, and so many little details that bring the world to life. It's so cute. It's one of the rare figures where I think like it's totally worth it for how big the base is, because the base is doing work. It's pretty expensive though. Next up, we have from Persona 3 Reload, Elizabeth by Kotobukiya. My copy of Persona 3 Reload just arrived. I've never played Persona 3 before, so I'm so excited. And I can't wait to play the game and then pre-order the figure because this is such a lovely figure. I'm so glad Kotobukiya dropped this at the same time as the game. It's in a good price range, and I'm sure they're gonna nail the quality. I'm very excited. My only complaint is there's a Kotobukiya exclusive faceplate where she's like slightly smiling, which I slightly prefer over this like slightly whatever mouth open gape that she's showing. But yeah, apart from that, because that's kind of hard to get, big ups to this figure. Real quick, I wanted to say that I pre-ordered the Asuka and Rei lookup figures. I actually have like 7 or 8 lookup figures now. They're kind of building an army over at the base of my bookcase, and I love it. So I had to get my 2 Evangelion girls. They're very cute. Yeah, I'm happy with these. Next up, I know I spent like the first 5 minutes of this section kind of bashing Freeing, but they did drop this Kekemotsu original bunny, and it's probably my favorite Freeing bunny I've seen in a while. I do like Kekemotsu's art a lot, and I think this was a really cool choice for a quarter scale bunny. I love the like teal turquoise tracksuit. It's very cute. I'm very tempted, but honestly, it's hard to justify for 32,000 yen. Maybe in the aftermarket. I think this is a really cute design. My favorite in a while. Next, I wanted to quickly shout out that I pre-ordered and have actually now received the Illustration 2024 and Visions 2024 art books. If you're into anime art books, these are the 2 big ones. They release once a year, and they're a phenomenal collection of different art from different artists. I'll probably show it in an upcoming haul. I did technically pre-order them, and so that's why they're in this video. Next thing, I did pre-order this one. This is the Lookup Feiren figure. She looks so cute. I couldn't say no to this. She looks so sweet. What's really sad though is she's on her own. Like there's no fern to go with it. That's really sad. She looks really sad in the figure, so I hope they make a fern to go with her. I don't want her to spend, you know, eternity alone. Oh. Anyway, moving on. Next up, I wanted to talk about the Pop-Up Parade L. So they're bigger and probably nicer than a Pop-Up Parade of Rin and Len in the Bring It On outfits. These are so cute, and I think it's iconic. It's an iconic outfit for them, and I think these are iconic poses. I love how they're both doing hearts and how like, what is this? But I really want them, but I don't like the face. I'm not a fan of the face. I think they look a little too like gremlin, like with the mouth. I don't know, there's something about it that's stopping me from getting it, which is fine. It means I saved myself 8,000 yen times 2. But if you like it and you like their faces, like lucky you, they're beautiful. I love them. Next up, I've got the Jolta by Ulta. I already have another Jolta by Ulta, which is one of my favorite figures of all time. She is one of my holy grails. And you know, this one's really, really, really nice. This is such a beautiful figure, but it's 37,000 yen, which is just eye-wateringly expensive. And I also have a bone to pick with figures that take up so much real estate and it's just like one figure. It's like building low-rise apartments in a high-rise zone. Like we can get better efficiency elsewhere, you know. That's just because I'm running out of space. But I wanted to shout it out. I won't be getting it, but it is beautiful. I can't deny that. Next up, I wanted to talk about the Unibunny Girl 1/4 manufactured by Bear Panda. And look at the price. She's like 9,000 yen for a quarter scale. And I have noticed there is this new wave of, I assume they're like Chinese manufacturers that make OCs, and the costs are way lower, like half the price, right? Like we saw freeing bunnies for like 35,000 yen. This is a third of the price. And I'm so intrigued, but I feel like it's gambling because I have seen ones that are good and I have seen ones that are bad. And obviously the preview photos are always gonna look good because they can touch it up and do yada yada yada. But it's such an interesting time because it does feel like I wanna get this to see what it's like, but I really don't, there's no track record yet. None of this manufacturer's not actually put any figures out and released anything. So I think it's gonna be an interesting couple of years to see, like, as these really cheap figures come out, are we gonna like, is it gonna bring the price of everything else down, or are the quality of these just gonna be kind of crap? I mean, ideally, I think a middle ground would be good. I don't know. Just wanted to shout out that, like, I've seen that happening. Next up, I'm gonna out myself here a little bit. Every now and then I see like a lewd figure that I want to buy. I used to buy more, but now I've kind of like, I've tamed myself a little bit. I prefer to buy figures of characters from animes or OCs in like mostly tech-weary outfits, but I love this design. I'm not even an Azure Lane fan, and she's so much like, she's got all that, she's packing all that, but I don't know, the nun, the horns, this one's calling to me, and this would be a silly pre-order. You know when you go like, oh, if I pre-order this, it's gonna be silly, like I shouldn't, but you still really want to? That's kind of this for me. So I'm still on the fence. I probably shouldn't. I don't know the character and she's so like lewd, but I like it. I don't know, there's something about it. So anyway, let's move on. Here is the Kotobukiya Feiren. So this one's nice. I like it. I like the base. I feel like her face isn't as good as the Good Smile one, but we haven't seen that one painted yet. But this one's nice. It's definitely gonna be cheaper than the Good Smile one, I can tell. And yeah, like Kotobukiya makes good figures, so you're in safe hands with this. It's just a matter of like, do you think Feiren's captured better in this one or that one? Next up, I wanted to show off the Hatsune Miku. Oh, it's a really long title. She's a little clown ballerina, and it's very cute. I won't be picking this one up because I have enough Mikus already, but I think this one's adorable. And I love the little key in her back, like she's a little wind-up doll. It's so sweet. Next up, I wanted to talk about Fire Emblem Aaliyah 1/7. Why is she 31,000 yen? It's very, very expensive for what you get. I feel like it's the hair. Like maybe it's the hair, but I just don't think she's worth this price. I still want 3 houses figures more than I want engaged figures. So please, can we get a Dimitri scale figure? Like, next up, we've got the Racing Miku 2023. I like 2023 design. I don't really like this figure. I think it's cute. Obviously, it's Miku, it's a riser artist Miku. Her thighs are like big, but I don't like the support poles for the little birds, and I do not like the support pole holding up her leg. I think that's just not that nice. But I feel like apart from the support poles, the actual sculpting and coloring of the figure will be really, really nice. Next up, this just went up for pre-order. This is the Max Factory Marin 1/7 figure. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. I love it. I already have the Aniflex Marin, which I opened but haven't hauled yet. And that one's really cute. And I also want this one. That's how nice this one is. I think they captured her perfectly. She just looks so pretty. and it's 16,000 yen. It's pretty expensive for essentially a schoolgirl figure, but Max Factory I think will deliver on the quality and execution. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna pre-order this one. Next up, we got more Miku. This is the Shimien Maifu version. This is beautiful. This looks like a work of art. This reminds me of a lot of my Ethos treasure series figures. It's gorgeous. I'm on the fence about it. I probably won't get it because it's 36,000 yen, but this is stunning. It's just got such amazing craftsmanship and creative vision behind it. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Next up, we have the Kurisu Makase wedding dress version. This is stunning. I love the figure. I love the design of it. I think it's gorgeous. But I do have to ask, like, I don't know, I feel like who's buying wedding dress figures in 2024? Like, I don't know. I don't think wedding dress figures are just my cup of tea. So whenever I see a really nice one, I just wonder how much it sells. But it is gorgeous. Then we have Furyu's K-Angel 1/7. Love K-Angel, do not like this figure. I think she looks really weird. I think the face looks weird, and I think the pose is a little awkward. That leg doesn't look right to me. So I'm gonna give this a hard pass. And I think there are some better K-Angel figures coming out soon or already out. Next up in expensive Miku figures, we have the Street Style 1 quarter scale. This was so confusing to me because there are two versions and you're looking at the two versions, but they're only like slightly different in the colors, like barely any difference. And I honestly cannot justify it for 48,000 yen. So I'm not gonna pre-order this. It was so hard because I love Miku and I love this design, but I feel like her aftermarket will come down. And also she takes up so much damn space. Anyone else struggling with shelf space and wishing that we would stop making figures with like hair that drapes around as if the real estate is free? Okay, maybe it's like, maybe I need to calm down on the space thing, but this is a low-rise development. Anyway, next up, I love this Union Creative Alice in Wonderland figure. It's so cute and I'm so tempted, but I feel like Union Creative usually has great OC designs and then hit or miss. Like sometimes they hit, I feel like more often they miss on execution. So I'm gonna not pre-order it because it's very expensive and I'm very keen to see how she looks because this is such a cute design, cute colors. Next up, we have another expensive Miku figure. Oh my god, another day, another 50,000 yen Miku figure drops. This is Design Coco Thunderbolt Tour. This is an easy no from me. It's just like, there is so much going on. There's so much going on and there's so many colors. And I was curious like what the original poster looks like, which is this. And so what they've done is they've taken the effect of the lights and they've turned it into bits that they've sculpted. And I think that's why the figure looks like it's a lot at first glance. So that was interesting. Not quite for me, but technically, very, very cool sculpt that they've done. Next up, I want to be a silly consumer and I want to buy this. This is so expensive. It's 27 yen. It's 27,000 yen for what is effectively like a girl just standing there. Like the base is just a disc, but I love it. I'm not a big fan of the Fate character. I believe her name is from this, but this is a Mika Picasso design and I feel like I would just see myself as buying like an original character. It's so cute. I love the design. I love the colors. It's so cute, but it's a very hard price to swallow. But this is on my wish list. I'll maybe pre-order, probably not, and maybe pray that I can pick her up in the aftermarket for cheaper. And then last up, I just wanted to shout out the Skip and Loafer pop-up parades. I think these are so cute. I love that they're holding hands. Skip and Loafer is so cute, and these are so cute. I'm very tempted to get these as well. I love that they come together and they're holding hands. That's sweet. All right, that is everything I had to say about some of the recent anime figures. I feel like I might have been a bit negative and a bit harsh, but in reality, like, I'm not really that passionate. If you like any of the figures I showed off, please go pre-order it, go get it. Like, my opinion, I just feel like I'm a cheapskate. Like, I'm a cheapskate and I complain about the price all the time. Like, welcome to anime figure collecting. But yes, if you made it this far, thank you for listening to my shit takes. And I will catch you in the next one. Thank you, bye-bye.